Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
You have to go up.
I know.
on top.
No. We used to have to do that.
Hi, Zach.
Right.
Except it's not showing up.
Come on, Sharon. Come on.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
I'm renaming you, Zach, so we can find you.
Oh, here.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Cantor.
Shabbat Shalom.
I wonder why we always look jaundiced, and I realize we have those yellow Edison light bulbs.
That'll do
Why
it.
do we always look sick?
Okay.
That's
We gotta get you outside. Ronnie.
yeah, really. I need a little fresh air.
Maybe
Oh,
next
that's
year.
cool.
Oh, Julie, you're not gonna get
I
outside for
went
a
down
year.
a few things till I got it on.
Or change light bulbs. I don't know.
We're going to California.
Yeah, right. We'll call you from Palm Springs.
What?
Hello, good Shabbos.
Oh, where are we now, Sherry?
Oh, that's Portland.
Okay.
The mistake. We went on a tour.
We left Las Vegas.
Todd, I messaged you.
Yes.
I have what? There's a Zoom there, and then you have to go down and it takes you to somewhere else.
When in the service, Todd?
Oh, whenever you want.
Okay, I will call it then.
Right. This is your show.
No problem, I'm on it.
It just wasn't on the agenda.
Great background.
Hey, Thomas, Rabbi.
It's very exciting.
Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, George is there.
Ellie?
Hi, Danny.
Hi, George. Sherry knows your voice from across the room with all these other voices. She's like, George. I
Did you
hear
get
him.
on?
Hey, Neil.
Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Hi,
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hey, Staffenbergs. Hey, everyone. Dermans, Cantor,
Hi.
Rod, Rabbi,
Hello.
Ken, whoever I missed, Adria,
Hi, Lori.
Nista,
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Jerry,
John?
everybody.
I know, but then you have to go down and see it.
Hey, Dan.
Hi, how are
On it,
you?
there's another
Hi,
place.
Sheila.
where
I
you
see your name.
Hi, Cheryl. Shalom.
Cheryl, where's Cheryl? Hi,
I'm
Cheryl.
up here. Hey.
You are.
Oh, George Gotti.
Whoever said that, hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
No,
Jeffrey,
you have to
I
look
said
for
hello
Zoom.
before.
I
You have
know,
to
I know.
change
I
the
just
Zoom.
realized it
Remember,
was
I said I
you.
was having trouble with
okay.
this one.
I see half
Neil,
a
is
Scott's
that your
head.
new
All
home?
right, when he comes in.
Yes.
Peanut Bella.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, thank you.
For money.
When did you move in?
Finkelstein's office. She's the receptionist. She said, "Oh, Rabbi, I didn't know you were away."
Leave this out.
Neil, are you in your new house?
Yes.
Welcome.
Mazel
Mazel
tov. you.
tov.
Mazel tov.
And
Holly is in the old house.
Huh?
And Holly's in the old house.
Playing Mahjong.
And Neil's couch is in my house.
Yeah, right.
Give us a
Playing,
tour, Neil.
virtual
Hey,
Mahjong
Neil,
now.
you got
Neil,
internet,
give us
Neil.
a tour.
Hi,
Hey,
Penny. Hello, Sadiki.
No, you're not.
Hi.
I'm giving you this to do.
Snitsky. I don't know
I
who that
love it. How's your baby?
is. Two of them.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Are you being a good big brother and sister to Raina?
Are you guys being good siblings to Rita?
She got sick today, and she, I don't even know her get well card.
Are you gonna dance tonight?
Yeah.
There are
You gonna dance?
family.
But Miss Ron wants to know if you're gonna dance, Eliza.
Yeah.
Spinning around before.
Oh, I missed it. You'll have to dance again.
Hey, Watson family.
Love to watch you
Bring it over
dance.
here. Let me see it. I just did it and I had the trouble. Remember I told you?
Don't know. Oh, look who's here.
This, Johnny.
Oh,
Eliza, I don't know if you heard Brianna say hi.
use
We
your camera.
lost both Stappenbergs.
Where's Sarah? We're here.
You're there. Okay, good. Hey, there's Drew.
There. Who's that?
Dan,
Oh, hi, Dan. Are you back to work?
I unfortunately or fortunately I am.
Mazel tov, my big.
Yeah. I'm in the COVID zone.
Oh, God. There.
Hold this and let me do yours for a minute.
Nia, when are we gonna do lunch on Wednesdays?
How about Wednesday?
Jacob G, your
I'm ready.
stash, your facial hair is very serious.
Okay.
I've been ready for weeks. Whenever you say it.
Yeah, let's do lunch. I see they're doing outside
Now
dining
I
in city
do-
streets.
City Streets just set a tent up outside.
Oh,
Except
did they?
now I do Meals on Wheels on Wednesdays. I
Yeah,
have to
like, what are you-
switch.
big-
How about a different day?
I know Americana has something outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
City Streets
And the
just set
Heights
one
Town
up. too.
Diner too.
Diners does
Town
also.
Diner does too.
I don't know, Drew, if I can switch.
It's supposed to rain on and off for the next 5
I
days.
do Meals on Wheels on Wednesday.
Ronnie, don't be a downer.
Hurry up.
She was in the choir, that lady on the right.
Hello, Norm.
No, she's not.
They're having
Norm.
something
How you doing?
that's next.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Erev Tov. It's such a pleasure to see all of you. We've muted everyone, as you all know, from participating. Zoom becomes complicated if more than one person speaks at a time. You all have the ability to unmute yourselves when the rabbi or cantor asks you to. So thanks. Shabbat Shalom.
There we go. I think we can hear me. לברכה ולא לקללה, לשובע ולא לרזון, לברכה ולא לקללה. לברכה ולא לקללה, לשובע ולא לרזון, לברכה ולא לקללה. לחיים ולא למוות, לחיים, לחיים ולא למוות, לחיים, לחיים. לברכה ולא לקללה, לשובע ולא לרזון, לברכה ולא לקללה. לברכה Bivracha, Bivracha.
Welcome to everyone who is with us tonight by Zoom and by YouTube. We continue to pray for the health and well-being of you and your families. A typical Jewish greeting on Friday nights is Shabbat Shalom, meaning may you have a Sabbath of peace. Also, we usher in our day of rest with the words Shalom Aleichem, which means peace be upon you. Given the importance of peace on this sacred day, I would like to share blessings of peace with you, my Beth Chaim family. I want to wish you all peace in this time of pandemic. Even with the improved weather and slow reopening of the world outside our homes, many are still feeling afraid and isolated. I want to wish you all peace this June, which is Pride Month. I pray that the metaphorical doors of Beth Chaim remain open and welcoming to all, irrespective of sexual orientation or gender identity. I want to wish you all peace, especially on this day of Juneteenth. I admit that I first heard of this holiday when my Google Calendar included it among other American holidays. Cantor, I have discovered that the echo is because you are unmuted. So we'll rewind. I first heard of the holiday of Juneteenth, admittedly, when my Google Calendar included it among other American holidays. However, I recently learned that Juneteenth is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States. On the 19th of June in 1865, Union soldiers landed at Galveston, Texas, with news that the war had ended and that the enslaved were now free. Juneteenth has been celebrated for many years since with festivities and food, but it has almost always focused on education and self-improvement. Therefore, this Shabbat, let us learn about this holiday that is better known in communities of color. Amid our country's response to racial inequity, let us study the traditions and hear the experiences of those who are different than we are. And join me in reflecting on how each of us and our institutions can be more peaceful, more equitable, and more just. Last but not least, I want to wish you all peace this weekend leading up to Father's Day. In observance of this other American holiday, tonight's service will highlight our men's club. This evening, we also want to acknowledge Zach Conklin, whose B'nai Mitzvah celebration was originally scheduled for this Shabbat. In his honor, I invite Zach and his family to lead us in candle lighting and Kiddush. Shalom Aleichem. May peace be upon us all today and always.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehalikner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam bo'ei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu zikavon l'maaseh b'reishit. Ki hu yom tehillah lamikra el kodesh zeh litziat mitzrayim ki banu v'harta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodesh b'ahava uvratzon Hin Hautanu. Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Thank you so much, Zach.
You're welcome.
Oop. Okay. La 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 lecha dodi. That's not right. I'm hoping this took care of the echo, by the way. We'll see how it works. La 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 lecha dodi. La 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 likrat kala. La 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat ekabe. La 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 lecha dodi. La 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 likrat kala. La 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat ekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'ribor echad. Ishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. V'shemu tiferet v'nitilah. Yalalala lecha dodi. Yalalala likrat kala. La 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat ekabela. Likrat Shabbat. לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. Yalalala lecha dodi. Yalalala likrat kala. Yalalala pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat ekabela. It'oreri, it'oreri. Ki ba'orei. כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. יללה לך דודי. יללה לקראת כלה. יללה פני שבת. פני שבת תקבלה. אוי ושלום עטרת בלה. גם בשמחה וצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה. בואי חלה. יאללה לך דודי. יאללה לקראת כלה. יאללה פני שבת. פני שבת נקבל. יאללה לך דודי. יאללה לקראת כלה. יאללה פני שבת. פני שבת נקבלה.
I invite you to unmute, say Shabbat Shalom, type in the chat box, text a friend, Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, everyone.
Hi, Camille. Hi, Lana. Hi,
Shalom.
Josh.
Camille.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Harwoods, I like watching you
Shabbat shalom,
sway.
everyone.
Shalom, Shar. Good job, Zachary.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
Laura.
Zach, you were great.
Hi,
Everyone,
Lori and
Shabbat shalom.
Brianna. Hi, everybody.
To everyone, you need to everyone. If you press it, they give you a drop down list. I'm going to tell the cantor he did a beautiful job.
I don't know. Zach is who was supposed to service for.
We'll continue with Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechonu v'yomechon ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם עולם מעלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. La la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 Adonai המבורך לעולם ועד ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד יא לה לה יא לה 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 לה.
Rich Lipman, can you read the English on the screen as a member of the men's club?
In the beginning, emptiness and chaos, a great darkness over the deep. The Spirit of God moved over the waters, explosion of light, the long chain of emerging life. Behold, it was very good. These candles evoke the very first light. Out of the darkness came reason, purpose, consciousness of beauty, the power to discern and do what is right. Let us hold the light in our hearts. Let us bring it with us into the darkest corners of creation. Where there is pain and fear, let us offer the light of love.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אתה תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. 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 ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. לה 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 יה לה 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 ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. לה 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 והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך. לה 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 ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם שבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Jeff Pretzfelder, are you able to read on this from the screen on behalf of Men's Club? All right.
I can.
Thank you.
Who is like you, God of mystery and majesty, distant and present, thundering and quiet, the beginning and the end, the atom and the cosmos, the darkness and the light, the one and the all, pillar and foundation, artist of sea and sky, author of the miraculous and the mundane, source of life, blessing and sustaining creation. Who is like you, glorious in holiness, to whom we praise, to whom we give thanks, the God who redeemed us from Egypt, the God who parted the sea, the God to whom Miriam and Moses led us in song.
מי כמוך פעלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, תורת תהילתו ספלה, תורת תהילתו ספלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה, זה עליינו ואמרו, זה עליינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us, guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'amidenu shomreinu ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים, את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We'll now hear from Larry Horowitz.
Well of life, bless my heart with the gifts of Shabbat, the presence of your love in my pulse, your glory in my chest, and your wonder in my breath. Bless my eyes with the gifts of Shabbat, seeing the beauty of the candlesticks, the Kiddush cups, and chalot. Bless my lips with the gifts of Shabbat, rejoicing in song and prayer, singing melodies ancient and new. Bless my ears with the gifts of Shabbat, hearing hymns and praises, the nigunim of old, and blessed words of Torah. Bless my soul with the gifts of Shabbat, awe and thanksgiving, calm and surrender, beauty, righteousness, and peace. Let these gifts descend gently on all your people Israel, so that together, wherever we may be, in one voice from the four corners of earth, we sing,
יגיד תהילתך, ופי יגיד תהילתך. Na 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 Adonai, na 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 שפתי תפתח, na 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 ופי יגיד תהילתך, ופי יגיד תהילתך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We now want to take a moment to express our gratitude for all the blessings in our lives, blessings rare and frequent, small and large, a birthday, an anniversary, something special that you did this week. So if you could type in the chat box something you are thankful for this Shabbat, we would love to celebrate with you and to say thank you together. For the last day of school for many of our friends. For Lisa, it's almost done. Zach, you did great. For new homes and birthdays, to be together on Father's Day. Mazel tov, Julia, on your graduation from high school. Ooh, the summer solstice. Food, health, and shelter. Sorry, Cantor, we're having some more echoing, so I muted you. Off seeing Bubby and Zadie. Charlotte loves her Bubby and Zadie. Ooh, for flowers, for the rain that is both far and near for some of us. Ken is grateful for men, but I think he meant men's club. I'm grateful for all humans. It's all good, Ken. Oh, 5th grade graduation. That must have been very sweet. And Lisa's grateful for men too. For health. Oh, Mazel tov, Carly and Seth, on your anniversary. Mazel tov for decisions made this week in our highest court of the land. And again, a happy anniversary. So Cantor, if you'll lead us in Modim Anachnu Lach, our words of blessing and gratitude.
Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach.
And Scott Rubin, would you mind sharing the following prayer for Father's Day?
Unmute, sorry. In honor of Father's Day, we have a message for all the fathers and father figures who stepped up, plugged in, held on, forged ahead, committed to, learned how, embraced all, encountered much, struggled through, held tight, loved softly, never quit, backed off, let loose, braved courageously, faced fears, prayed for, tightened up, loosened reins, remembered when, helped often, inspired much, led forward, stayed true, taught morals, found strength, said yes, valued life, a reasoned well, gave in, made time, had fun, helped out, played fair, took care, provided enough, let go, stood up, swallowed pride, changed paths, took risks, dug deep, went easy, pushed forward, fought for, carried burdens, kept going, dreamed big, never quit, shed tears, forgave freely, found patience, shine light, suffered pain, made dates, had faith, showed respect, wrote notes, held hands, stayed safe, laughed loudly, lost sleep, slowed down, tackled chores, tried hard, let win, choose right, opened up, got involved, gave their all. And, I can't read the bottom, there's a chat box keeps popping up. And we are grateful to you.
Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim טסים לעולם, טסים לעולם.
We now take a few moments to sit in silence, to focus on our breathing, to listen to the beating of our hearts, and to offer our own prayers.
יהיו לרצון אמרפי, הגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, לגואלי וגואלי.
Our thoughts now turn to those in our lives in need of healing, whether that be healing of the body, healing of the mind, healing of the heart, or healing of the soul. If you would like to lift up your voice in prayer for someone in your life, I invite you to type those names in the chat box now as I share the names of those our community members are thinking of. Rhoda Schwartz, Arlene Grable, Teddy Molaski, Nathan Hecker, Claire Meyer, William Jack Isola, Steve Bizanoff, Marion Berman, Ginny Gittleman, Matt Nelson, Betty Abramowitz, Eileen Applebaum, Bob Gast, Chaim Ben Esther, Carl Pierce, Megan Mosley, Elaine Berkowitz, Edna Silberman, Barbara Gladstone, Rosalie Krieger, Diane Walter, Piper Fitzpatrick, Toby Arias, Dorothy Chason, Jill Sava, Ben Tomford, and Wally Herrera. For all those and many more, we join together in this prayer for healing.
משברך אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. משברך אמותינו, שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל. May the one who blessed our mother, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing, bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Mishberach Abotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Mishberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
It is now my honor to invite Men's Club President Todd Wachtel to share with us a few words of Torah.
Good evening. My name is Todd Wachtel, and I'm soon to be the former Men's Club President. So this year is a little stranger than the last 3 years that I spoke at Men's Club Shabbat. And while I miss being in the building at Beth Chaim, I'm also trying to focus on the positive things that we've gotten out of this unique time in history. And I can't help but think that in some ways, this is so much better. Because instead of being on stage on the bima, we're all in our little Zoom boxes lined up like the Jewish version of the Brady Bunch. Instead of the rabbi and cantor and temple leadership being on a stage looking down on the congregation from a podium, we're all here together in our kitchens, in our offices, in our basements, on our comfy couches. And thanks to Zoom, the same software that we're all using to conduct our services is the same platform that we use to conduct temple business and teach our children, to have B'nai Mitzvah, and to have our men's club breakfasts. And other than the person who gets to be the host and to share their screen and to press the mute all button, we are all equal under the eyes of Zoom. Nobody gets a bigger Zoom box than anybody else. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with the words of Torah. This is the prayer that we Jews say whenever we talk about Torah. And I've always liked this prayer because we have to soak ourselves in the words. We have to engage with the text. We have to wrestle with the words. And sometimes the words, at least in my experience, wrestle back. I've been doing these Devar Torah talks on and off now for like 8 years. I think for the last 4, I've been writing my own. And I have wrestled with some of these sections. And sometimes I read the translation of the Torah and the speech kind of just like writes itself. And sometimes it is literally impossible for me to see the meaning in the Torah portion. And I was looking through my notes, and I gave a talk about tonight's section, Korach, about 3 years ago at a men's club breakfast. And I'm going to be honest, it was all right. It was okay, I guess. I snuck in some pop culture references. I made my point. It wasn't my best. Guys, you got your money's worth that morning. The speech was probably worth about a bagel, but not an extra black and white cookie. You know, because we all know that the cookies they eat in the temple have no calories, but it's literally a modern day miracle. But I digress. In rereading that talk, there's something about Korach that never clicked for me. The section of the Torah just out wrestled me. It hit me with an atomic brain buster. It plain old just beat me up. So tonight, in this little box, in this Zoom arena, it's Korach, the rematch. Now, I know this isn't Netflix or Hulu. That's another program on your computer over there. You can click on it about a half hour or so. But you really can't binge watch the Torah. It's not on-demand Shabbat programming. So let me rewind to the last episode. I'm sorry, Rabbi. I meant Torah portion. So for those of you who haven't been paying attention since the first month of the quarantine, around Passover, the Jews, that's still us. We're wandering around the desert and we're getting closer to the Holy Land. And last week on this very station, Moses sent in spies to the Holy Land to start doing a reconnaissance. And it looked like the chosen people are about to start moving in and choosing drapes. However, because some of the Jews didn't have faith in God, that God would protect them in the new land, God decided that the current generation would be unable to enter the promised land and only their children would be able to live there. Now, Korach is probably the baddest bad guy that I can think of in our stories. He led a rebellion against Moses and seemed to want to be the guy in charge. Sure, Haman, and you can boo at home, Haman wanted to exterminate all the Jews, but you knew where Haman was coming from. You knew Haman was just a bad guy. But there's something about Korach. Korach is slick. He makes you think for a second. Maybe he's right. He's like that Darth Vader making the Empire sound perfectly reasonable, or Thanos in the Avengers movie giving a perfectly understandable reason for wanting to wipe out half the galaxy with a snap. Korach leads a rebellion against Moses, and his followers are the people who get to carry the holy relics, but they're unable to actually see them. They're just tired of schlepping stuff around the desert. Moses is a humble man. In fact, the Torah says he's the most humble man ever. Korach says, you know, this job's way too big for you. And just come on. If we all have a spark of God in us, then aren't we all holy? And if we're all holy, do we really even need your leadership? Korach basically makes the argument, don't all lives matter? Don't worry, I'm not going to go there tonight. Happy Juneteenth. Overtly, Korach is talking about ending the hierarchy of Jewish leadership, but covertly, he's seeking to put himself in charge. It's like the line in Animal Farm by George Orwell, that all animals are created equal, but some animals are created more equal than others. Korach and his followers had a good and important job carrying relics, but they weren't satisfied with their daily work, and they weren't appreciative of the job they had. Korach wanted more. But it wasn't just that Korach and his followers were trying to take power. And I'm gonna be honest, this is where I got lost the first time I went through this story. Korach and his followers were mad. They wanted to upend the status quo. They had no idea what they wanted to replace it with. They were just angry. If they were on Twitter today, it would say hashtag Occupy the Exodus, hashtag should have stayed in Egypt, hashtag we could have followed a cloud. Now, Moses had promised to take them to the land of milk and honey. But now Moses and Korach's generation were stuck and not allowed to enter the Holy Land. In other words, they were quarantined in the desert for the rest of their lives. Korach and his followers were in mourning. They had so many plans for the future. They escaped Pharaoh. They wandered around the desert for a really long time. And it was all literally, really taken away pretty quickly. Literally, their summer trip to Israel just got canceled. The whole argument snowballs out of control. And ultimately, God has the earth swallow up Korach and his followers, which is one of the strangest images in the Torah. God loves fires and floods and talking from high places. But I can't think of any other example where God uses the earth like this. God literally buries Korach and his followers. And I think the message here is that the message is that life is too short to spend your time complaining about how the world doesn't meet your expectations. Life is too short for petty power plays that don't produce. Life is too short to sit around complaining about the things you lost, the time that has gone missing, and the opportunities that have been missed. If you spend your days doing that, you might as well already be in the ground like Korach and his followers. Many times in my life, I've been lucky. I've been really lucky. When I graduated Syracuse University, they brought in a great writer to be our commencement speaker, Kurt Vonnegut. And I can't remember, so I'm told, to put the seat down or to pick up my socks. But I remember Kurt Vonnegut's speech really clearly. And in some, he said, every once in a while, you have to pause and say, you know what, if this isn't nice, what is? Tonight, I believe that we in New Jersey should have hope that things are getting better. Either way, we're in our homes, our connections, our internet connections are keeping us all connected. We're all in our own little boxes. None of us are really alone during this crisis. We're able to make positive changes to Beth Chaim, spend time with our families, make change in the world. And sometimes when we're having a Zoom mitzvah or Zoom Shabbat, or even tonight, I gotta be honest, I like setting Zoom to gallery mode so I just can spy in on everyone. You see, when we're all in the temple in a crowded service, maybe, and if you're blessed like me, the most you can see sometimes is the back of the head of the person in front of you. But on Zoom, we're all facing each other. We can watch each other pray and sing. And I get such a kick out of watching you guys pray and sing. I see your grandchildren dancing in front of the computer tonight. I see you wearing your comfies and your blankets. I see you sitting on your comfy chairs trying to make room on the couch. And it's just amazing how loud your singing and your prayers can be, even when Zoom is on mute. This is not the men's club Shabbat that anybody could have predicted. But sometimes you just need to pause and ask, if this isn't nice, what is? Happy Father's Day and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Todd. We'll now continue with our service with the prayer Aleinu, which reminds us that we need to partner with God as we work to build a better world, a brighter future.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
I now invite Norm Goldschmidt to lead our reading. Incoming Men's Club President.
Thank you. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly through their time, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night are gone. The screen just changed. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways to remember.
This Shabbat, we remember those who have passed recently. The following loved ones were taken from us in the last 30 days. Robert Bates, uncle of Ken Brown. Barbara Abraham, aunt of Josh Waldorf. Judith Shurek, aunt of Jennifer Fecketed Donners. And Robert Griffiths, father of Robin Resnick. If you are remembering a loved one this Shabbat, I invite you to type those names into the chat box. We're also remembering the following yard sites, the anniversary of the passing of these loved ones. Ruth Eisman, Sarah Ben, David Winokur, Edith Waller, Florence Mantell, William Bloom, David Boyarsky, Samuel Krupnick, Stefan Ate, Pearl Goldberg, Nora Greenblatt, Jenny Levy, Harriet Haber, Alan Medoff, Margaret Godletsky, Howard Michelle, Samuel Goldstein, Bernard Newman, Celia Richter, Thomas Walker, Leonard Schwartz, Albert Lunsky, Harry Schechtel, Seymour Siegel, Pauline Orman, Rose Thompson, Kate Grossbaum, Mary Berkeley, Jean Withers, Alexander Fox, Rachel Rocher, Patricia Husick, Daniel Jacobson, Jules Altus, and Michael Rosen. We also remember all the fathers that we are missing this Father's Day weekend, and so we read together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudisha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom mimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. And now we'll hear a few announcements again from Todd Wachtel.
Do you want to go to Norm or me?
First you.
First me, okay.
Then it'll be Norm.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, on behalf of the Board of Directors of Congregation Beth Chaim, thank you for joining us tonight. We would like to share with you a few events and activities between now and next Shabbat. Tomorrow morning at 8:45 is Torah study on Zoom. On Tuesday evening at 7 p.m., join us for a healing service sponsored by Nefesh for a half hour of music, prayer, and meditation to soothe the soul. On Thursday at 12:30 p.m., our summer reading series kicks off with a discussion held by Anne Berman-Waldorf of The Floating Feldmans by Elisa Friedland. Next Friday night at 8 p.m., we will say goodbye to our interim rabbi, Brian Beal, during and after Shabbat services. Bring your own dessert for the virtual oneg. Beth Chaim is looking for Beth Chaim is looking for surplus iPads to help congregants participate in virtual meetings and services. Contact our Kesher Caring Task Force co-chairs Lori Watson and Hagit Stein to contribute. For resources on racial justice, visit our webpage, bethchaim.org/racial justice, for book lists and action ideas to engage in this important work. And we're currently working on the process of reopening Beth Chaim safely. Please check our website at bethchaim.org/reopening for information on our progress. On a personal note, thank you to everybody who's been part of Men's Club. I could not have done this without you, and we've accomplished so many incredible things together. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Todd. We'll now have a special announcement from our incoming Men's Club President, Norm Goldschmidt.
Thank you very much, Rabbi. First, before I begin, I want to give a shout out and thanks to Todd and the outgoing board. As I joked the other day, Todd's literal shoes may not be hard to fill, but his figurative ones will be tough indeed. And I thank you very much for everything you've done to get Men's Club to where it is today, an active and vibrant organization, and so important in these times. I have great news about the future. The future being our children, our students. I'm happy to be able to announce the Senior Student Challenge, the Men's Club Scholarship. We completed our finalist presentations. It's just a week ago, I think. I want to thank our three finalists who did a spectacular job. Brandon Agron, and I apologize if I mispronounce names. Spencer Katz and Julia Sukov, who all three wrote wonderfully, spoke wonderfully, and made me feel like such an underachiever. These are kids who are so dedicated to making a difference in the world. We are very lucky to have them in our synagogue. But as in any competition, there is a winner. And I am delighted to announce that this year's winner of the Men's Club Scholarship is Julia Sukov. Is Julia, is she in the audience, I'm hoping?
Yeah, hi.
Yes, wave hi to everybody.
Hi.
A wonderful talk about her commitment to making a real change in the world. The commitment to Tikkun Olam really impressed the board and the judges. I can't thank you enough, all three of you, for being part of the competition, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much. Back to you, Rabbi.
A hearty mazel tov to Julia. We're proud of all of our teens and so excited for your next chapter. Cantor will lead us in our closing song taken from Psalm 150.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Kol hanshama de hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol hanshama de hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. It's easy to sing along. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol hanshama de hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol hanshama de hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
God, we are so grateful for you to bring us together this Shabbat. Please help us to keep our hearts and our arms wide open, even as we try to stay safe from COVID-19. We're so grateful for this virtual community, and we look forward to being in person when it'll be safe to do so. Give us strength to go forward. And so we finish together with a blessing we've passed down from generation to generation with words of peace.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless us and protect us.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'choneka.
May God's light shine upon us, and may God be gracious to us.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May we always feel that God's presence is near, and may we be blessed this Shabbat and all days with the greatest gift of all, shalom, peace.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Have a good week.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Good week.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Sherry and Dan, nice Father's Day.
Happy
Shabbat
Father's Day.
shalom.
Happy
Good job,
Father's Day
Cantor.
to my fellow fathers.
Happy Father's Day.
Shabbat shalom. Happy Father's Day, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
Happy
you.
Father's Day,
Camille.
Cantor
Bye.
Binder.
Have a great week.
Yeah.
Hi, Bubby. Hi, Bubby.
That was sweet.
Hello, everyone. Shabbat shalom, Cantor and Rabbi.
We need more kids. More kids.
Todd, planning on having more Dan?
Shabbat shalom,
That's it.
Sweet dreams.
No more kids for me.
Not do that again.
Gary said it's closed.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Weekend and a happy Father's Day.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Oh, there they are.
It's noisy. Peace out, yo.
Good.
So cute. Shabbat shalom.
Eliza, were you dancing? We missed your dancing.
Now she's dancing again.
Awesome.
I love that.
There she goes. Lots of dancing. It's great to see everybody. We miss you.
I do ballet lessons.
Ooh, you'll have to give me ballet lessons.
I can tell.
Yeah, you can teach the ballet lesson.
Hi, Wendy.
Oh, you know.
Floats in and out.
I've been here the whole time listening.
You just hide in the background.
I know. Look, it's like bizarre.
We're still there. I can't get
It's kind of good to know you were there because for a little while, Todd looked like Todd was talking to himself.
No, he was.
What hand's the coin in?
Hold on. Here, now we're both in it.
Sometimes I do talk to myself.
The one person that doesn't talk back.
I don't know about you, but mine talks back.
Oh, well, mine and yours should talk.
And then sometimes they don't talk back enough.
Well, there's that.
What's that, Jeff?
But seriously, still on, but it's just a vote.
Good night, everyone.
Shalom,
Night.
everyone.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom. Okay, I'm gonna sign off.
Shabbat shalom.
Good night.